Hey everyone, in this tutorial I will be teaching you how to make shapes onto your JPanel by using the PaintComponent method. So let's begin. In order to make that method, type in public void PaintComponent. Open and close parentheses and the two curly braces. Inside of this parentheses, type in graphics G in variable. The reason why we type in graphics G is because that we need to use the graphics class in order to make shapes. But Java doesn't know where to get this class from. So we're going to tell Java that we're getting this class from this library. If you already don't have one, then make sure that you import this library. And the reason why we use a paint component method instead of the paint method is because that the paint component method has a feature which is the double buffering, which is good for animation. So if you want your shapes to be moving, then this will be a good method to use instead of the paint. Before we even get started with this method, we have to extend the JPanel and make sure that you import the JPanel. The reason why we use JPanel instead of JFrame is because that on JPanel there's a lot of things that needs to be added onto the JPanel. So instead of making an object and use the variable over and over again, we inherit from the JPanel class. So yeah, we don't have to do the object. Inside of this main method, we'll be creating a the frame of the window or the program. So type in the object of this class, which is the same thing from the previous tutorials. We'll be using the T to be representing as a JPanel, is because the JPanel is basically this program too. We're inheriting from this JPanel class, so yeah, that's why we use T to be added onto the frame. And now let's type in the JFrame object, because remember we didn't extend it. Yeah, we didn't extend JFrame, so we have to make an object for this. Or yeah. So yeah, we have to import the JFrame library. Same with the JPanel if you haven't done so. Now let's use the JF variable to represent the JFrame. So JF dot set title. Let's make this tutorial like saying as before. JF dot set size, which will be 600 by 400. JF dot set visible, true. Oops. Now let's set default close, and then yeah, type in JFrame dot exit on close. And now let's add the JPanel onto the frame. So type in JF dot add T. So yes, we're adding the JPanel onto the frame because remember, like I said before, this class is basically like the JPanel class. So yeah, we added the JPanel class onto the frame. Now let's get started on making shapes inside of this method. So type in super dot paint component. and type in G, the variable. Yeah, the reason why we're typing super is because that we're getting this paint component method from this JPanel. And the reason why we type this, the whole thing right here, is because that this right here will ensure that every computers are displaying the shapes properly onto the frame or the JPanel. So like if you don't have this keyword or method, then some of your computers won't display it properly. So yeah, make sure that you have this. And now let's make, yeah, this is the fun part right here. First, let's make the rectangle red. So type in G, the variable, which is representing the graphics, dot set color. So we're making it red. So color dot red. So yes, Java or Eclipse automatically added or imported this library for the color. So don't forget about this library if you don't have it. And now let's draw the rectangles. Well, this right here is drawing the outline of the rectangle. So yeah, the outline will be red. So type in, yeah, there's the X, Y, width, and height arguments. So for the X, let's type in 100. 100 down. Or no, not 100 down. I mean 100 horizontally to the right. So this is the X-axis. This right here is the Y-axis. So this right here will be 10 down from the top. And right here, you can set, you can do whatever you want with this. But mine is going to be 30 width and 40 height. Yep. Well, now let's run this program. As you can see, there is a red outlined rectangle onto the JPanel of the program. So this is pretty cool. Now let's do the same, but now this time we're not making it the outline of the rectangle. We're actually filling up the rectangle. We're going to use a different x-axis. So let's use 10 from the left. Let's use let's use 10 down also. 10 down, and let's make this 20, 10. And a semicolon. So now let's run it and see what it looks like. Now we have a smaller version of the rectangle, which is red. And yeah. So yes, now let's do the ovals. So type in G dot, we're going to make the outline of the circle or oval. So type in draw oval. But yeah, let's make this x-axis like 100 also, but it'll be 100 down also. And the width, let's make the same width and height, so it'll be a circle. So 50, 50, semicolon. So yeah, we now have the outline of the red circle. But now let's change the color of the circle. So yeah, type in g.setColor. This right here is overriding the first method. So type in color.blue. Now we have a blue outline of a circle. Now let's fill the oval or the circle. So g.fill oval. And they have the same arguments. So type in, let's see, the first one. Let's do 100 across. And this time let's do 200 down, so it won't overlap the outline of the circle. And it'll also be 50-50. So run it. Now we have the filled in circle of blue. Now let's make a line, draw a line. So let's do set color black for the line. Black. Semicolon. And I type in G dot set, or not set, draw line. And the first X is going to be the initial X. And this right here is going to be the initial Y. And then the line will end up at the X, the final X position. And this will be in the final Y position. So yeah. So we're going to draw the line starting from, let's do 10 across. It will start on the 10 on the X-axis. And it's going to start on the 10 on the Y-axis from the top. And now let's do the initial. We want our line to be diagonal, so the X, the final position of X is going to be 30 from the left, and this is going to be 10, or not 10. Let's make it bigger. Let's do like 60, or no, 70. 70 to the right, from the right, I mean, or from the top, I mean. So yeah. Yep, now we have a line that's crossing over the rectangle. So yes, this is how you create shapes onto the JPanel by using the paint component method.